everyone, it's Hayes and it's Miraculous Monday, so it's time for another screaming session.
Halloween!
And yes, that's right, today is Halloween, so as a result we're going to be looking at the Puppeteer too, because while it's not a bad episode, I do think it's quite good actually. It does have the most horrifying scene in the show in it. You guessed right, yes, the wax statue kiss scene, but I do feel less bad about making you watch that scene again, since we were all subjected to it, again, in determination the other day, assuming you've watched it, as well as a whole other ton of emotional damage.
Emotional damage!
So let's dive in. I'm not going to lie, the opening is super cute with Adrian and Plague playing the piano together. However, Adrian cannot do maths. He's like, can I bring one friend? Ends up taking Nino, Alia, Marinette and Manon. Yeah, 1 equals 4. Adrian, no wonder why you have such difficulty in life. But like, Alia's like, oh yeah, Marinette, you're coming with us. Have we asked Adrian? No. But can Marinette say no to going? Also no. Amazing logic. And Natalie is just about 110% done with this, and I can't blame her either.
I don't ever want to be here again.
So they all get in the car, and how many seatbelts are in this car? You got seatbelts coming out of the roof and tyres, bloody hell. But then, oh my god, Manon, what a legend. She's like, oh wait, I thought Adrian and Marinette were dating too. She has photos of him all over her room. Amazing. I love her. Unlike Chris, I want to murder Chris. But then Marinette is like, Alia, you better not have told Nino this certain thing. Like, does Marinette really think the rest of the class, apart from Adrian obviously, don't know who she has feelings for? Does she really think she's that subtle? Oh my god. Meanwhile, Adrian is sat in the front listening to all of this, probably thinking all of his friends are crazy. So they arrive at the Grevin Museum and Veronique is like, hey, thanks for coming, your arm got stolen because you're so popular. Like, what? So I've never actually been to a wax museum. We do have them here, haven't been though, because, you know, trauma from this episode. So maybe you can just steal bits of the statues, but can you imagine the absolute insanity of someone to be like, yeah, I love Adrian Agreste so much, so I'm going to steal a wax replica of his whole ass arm? What is wrong with people? Although I do love Marinette's face here, priceless, can't wait for her to look at Cat Noir like that. So after Jagged Stone has stared into your soul, the group splits up into two, and I swear to god, Nino, please just shut up. It is very cute when Adrian thinks Marinette hates him though. They all get in the elevator, and for some odd reason, the 4 teenagers all stand shoulder to shoulder, which is quite obviously the socially approved way to get in the lift with other people. Meanwhile, Veronique behind them looks either totally oblivious to what's going on or is dead on the inside. I can't decide which one is better.
Both is good.
Alia and Nina take Manon to go play in the museum, and they're like, oh, we're going to leave you alone with Adrian, and Marinette just starts screaming and runs after them, and Adrian is like, oh, like, look at his little face, he is so sad, and asks her if she's mad at him. Like, mad at you for what? You never do anything wrong, bestie. And then Marinette delivers what, in my humble opinion, is the best and most meaningful line from the whole show.
Your toilets!
It's so beautiful. I think I'm gonna start crying. So Adrian decides once his arm has done cooking that he's got to make it up to Marinette. So he decides to pose as a statue. Genius move. I do not understand anyone's thought process in the show, clearly. So while Manon is busy getting akumatized, Marinette decides to practice her confession on what she thinks is wax Adrian Agreste. And she starts sniffing him, which is totally what you should do when you're about to tell the guy you have feelings for, that you like him. I do hope none of you have ever taken love advice from this show, or from me for that matter. I don't know what I'm talking about either, but I definitely know you shouldn't sniff the guy you like as you're about to tell him how you feel. Like, how did Adrian not laugh or blink during any of this? I have no idea. So then Marinette just starts, I don't even know, just spouting a load of nonsense, really. And I hate every single word of what she says. I can't stand it. I'm laughing because of the secondhand embarrassment and the cringe. I can't. Oh, it's horrible. I hate it. Gross, disgusting. And then she leans in and she kisses him. So I'm glad we all had to go through that together. I'm glad you got to see it again. I know we did all see it in determination. However, in order to make a screaming session on an episode, I do usually have to watch it quite a few times. So I did have to make all of you suffer more and make you watch it again. Because you all wanted this for Halloween. So you brought it on yourself, basically. You brought it on yourself. Don't blame me. Although I am really glad Adrian immediately apologises, though he is super sweet. But then, hey, Hawk Daddy appears. And how the hell did they manage to make this statue so accurate to him? I'm pretty sure they didn't invite him in for this, but oh my god, Adrian is awesome in this fight with him. And then Ladybug slices wax Hawk Daddy. I love it. And this is less roasting the episode, but I love how in the next scene we get an explanation of Marinette and Adrian's love languages. To Marinette, the most important things are the hardest to say, but to Adrian, if it's important, you gotta say it. And then the moment is interrupted when Thomas Astruc's head comes bouncing down the stairs. Why? Why is he in this episode?
Why?
And then he ends up sucking Cat Noir's finger? Thomas, are you okay?
How about new?
So Ladybug has gone to fight Puppeteer with Wax Cat Noir, and real Cat Noir is left with Wax Ladybug, who goes to kiss him so she can take his ring. And I do have one question. Why on earth does the Adrian perfume music play for this? I don't know. I don't get it. Someone, please send help. So they defeat a 6-year-old and then they all go home, and Adrian is very sweet to Marinette, holding the door open for her, making sure she's okay. The ending is very sad but sweet at the same time, and honestly, rewatching this episode after Determination has made it even sadder for me. All this miscommunication is killing me inside. So let's take a look at the fan art for this week. The first piece is from Make Locker, and it shows Miss Bustier using the Snake Miraculous. Oh my god, what a queen. I love Miss Bustier. She is amazing in my opinion. If you disagree with me, that's fine, but you're completely wrong. The next piece is from Chandrayi. I hope I said your name correctly. I don't think I did. But this is their piece. It's absolutely beautiful. So they said it was a drawing of Marinette in... Please tell me if I'm pronouncing this correctly. In a Gagara. They said it was an Indian dress. I know I've butchered that. I know I have. On Diwali, which was the day they sent it to me. She looks absolutely stunning. Oh my god, Marinette, we stan a queen. Always, yes. And the final two pieces are from Nathart. So the first piece is of Cat Noir fusing together the dragon and the Cat Miraculous. And the second piece is of Natalie using the Cat Miraculous. And they both look amazing. However, we do have a bit more art to discuss. So if you're in my Discord server, you will know we are having two little competitions for Halloween. One was for a Miraculous fan art, Halloween based of course, and a Miraculous fanfiction. So if you weren't in the Discord server you wouldn't know about it, but the link is below. You should join. It's a fun time. So let's first announce the winners for the art contest. So for the drawing there are actually 2 winners because I couldn't decide between them. So the first winner is Becca with this really cute drawing of Plag as like a little bat. He's so adorable, I love it. And the second winner is from, I believe the account is Sniper No Sniping, a little piece of fan art of Marinette and Alia dressed up for Halloween together. I love them both, so I'll be given the title of art winner on my Discord server up until Christmas. So the second competition was a little Miraculous Halloween fanfic writing contest with a limit of 500 words. I know it was really tricky, a 500 word limit isn't much to play around with, but you all did so well. I'm really proud of all of you for giving it a go. But the winner was GhostCat23. So let me please put on my audio fic reading voice whilst I read you what they wrote. Ladybug was stood on a rooftop, waiting for Cat Noir. When the sky turned pitch black, she knew Monarch had akumatized a new victim. "Hello there, my lady. Had it not been for my night vision, I wouldn't have been able to find you," Cat Noir joked as he showed up behind her, making Ladybug jump. "This is not the time for jokes, Kitty. Have you seen the villain yet?" she asked as she turned around to look at him. "I have not, but I think they know where he is." Cat Noir pointed at a flock of birds. They looked like birds, but didn't have any feathers. "Let's go check it out," Ladybug said, and she swung her yo-yo in the direction the birds were going, and Cat Noir followed. Not far away, they saw a creature with a black cape. "Those things look like skeleton birds or something. Do you think that's their master?" Cat Noir asked, pointing at the hooded figure. At the sound of his voice, the creature turned around and they could see its face. Or well, what was supposed to be his face. Instead of a head, he had a massive bird skull. He raised his hand, which was holding a staff, and a beam was shot in the superhero's direction. "Look out!" Ladybug shouted as she tackled Cat Noir to the floor, only barely dodging the beam. She was laying on top of Cat Noir now, and he smirked at her. She pushed herself up from his chest and turned her face away, trying to hide her blush. Before either of them could say anything, the villain screeched. "Whoever said pigeons don't belong on Halloween shall feel my wrath. Pigeons belong everywhere," the villain shouted. "Mr. Ramier?" both heroes exclaimed. The villain was still staring at the teenagers. "Not anymore. From now on, it's Pigeon Reaper." He fired a beam from his staff at a passerby, who turned into a skeleton pigeon. "They made fun of my costume, and now you all shall pay." He shot a beam at the superheroes before disappearing into the night. "Costume?" Cat Noir questioned, after they dodged the beam again. "There was a costume party at Le Grand Palais. Maybe he's talking about that." Either way, we better go find him, Ladybug said. Cat Noir nodded and they went in the same direction as Pigeon Reaper. They found him next to the Eiffel Tower. His outfit was quite fitting with the Halloween theme, Cat Noir joked. No time for jokes. He seems way more powerful than before. And where would his Akuma be, Ladybug wondered. People of Paris, you shall all pay for mistreating my beloved pigeons and me, Pigeon Reaper shouted. He put his staff on the floor and started making circles. A black hole appeared underneath it and slowly got bigger and bigger. All the skeleton pigeons gathered above it. This doesn't look good, Cat Noir gulped. When the hole was as wide as the Eiffel Tower, Pigeon Reaper stopped and stared at the superhero duo. I'll see you in hell, he said, and he chuckled darkly. Then he jumped down, all the pigeons following him. Ladybug and Cat Noir jumped down and stopped at the edge of the hole, looking down. It was pitch black. They couldn't see anything. What do you say, Ladybug asked Cat Noir. He held out his hand. It's you and me against the world, my lady, he winked at her. Ladybug smiled and took his hand. They looked down into the endless hole, ready to face the unknown together. So well done to our 3 winners. Your entries were awesome, but so was everyone else's. It was really, really difficult to pick. So I'm sorry if you didn't win this time, but hopefully we will have another competition around Christmas, so it should be really, really fun. Now, as for the next grooming session, there will be no poll-up tomorrow because I think we're just going to start doing these new Season 5 episodes. We've got a lot to get through. We already have 3 brand new episodes, so I'm just going to start going with the new episodes until we run out of new episodes. And then we'll go back to having a poll. And by then, hopefully, you'll have all learned your lesson and you'll pick Animan. So I'd love to know what you thought of Puppeteer 2 Besties. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween and I will see you in the next one.